Hi, Jordan. So here we are continuing again. So we just factored our denominator, and now we're going to kind of simplify this up before we start finding our lowest common denominator. So what I know is it's better if I point, I guess. A minus and a negative make a plus. So what we're going to do is we're going to simplify this a little bit and make that a plus. So this becomes, oh, sorry, that was your first file. So we have 2e minus 3, and then we have plus 3e over e plus 3, e minus 3. So now that we've made this look a little bit prettier, we're going to do our steps. We're going to find our non-permissible values. We're going to find our lowest common denominator, and then I'm going to add these things by doing what we normally do. Okay, so non-permissible values. So I know e minus 3 can't be 0, and then I know e plus 3 can't be 0. And then my last part, e minus 3 can't be 0. Well, I've already written that down, so I only need to do that once. So this means that e can't be 3. And then this one means e can't be negative 3. All right, so the next step, I need to find my lowest common denominator. Whoops. Come on. My smartboard's not responding. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. Okay, so my factors are I have e minus 3, and then I have e plus 3, and then I have e minus 3, but I've already written that down, okay? The only way I would change this is if I had more than one e minus 3. If you're not sure what I mean by that, we're going to see that in an upcoming example again. So my lowest common denominator is e minus 3, e plus 3. So normally we have a middle step, and I'm gonna skip it out, see how it goes. If you totally have issues, you can just email me back, and I can show that middle step here. So our lowest common denominator is e minus 3, e plus 3. So then I want to ask myself, it's nice, maybe I'll leave it in this mode because I keep going back to the magic pen. I don't know why I'm saying that out loud, thinking out loud for you. Okay, so what we want is I want to know how to change e minus 3 into e minus 3, e plus 3. Well, I need to multiply my e minus 3 by e plus 3. So if I multiply the denominator by e minus 3, I need to multiply the numerator by e minus 3. So I already had a 2, and then I'm going to multiply the numerator by e plus 3. And I have plus, and then in order to change this denominator, whoops, that's not doing what I want. In order to change this denominator here, and woo, that's interesting. I didn't know I would do that. How do I make it undo that? Okay, how to change this denominator into this? Well, this is kind of a trick question. So it is the lowest common denominator. So that denominator happens to be the lowest common denominator. So I don't multiply the numerator by anything. It's just there. Okay, so now that I have that, I'm going to multiply out. So 2 times e is 2e, and then plus 2 times 3 is 6, and then plus 3e all over my denominator, which is e plus 3, e minus 3. Whoops, I said it in one order and wrote another. It's okay. And then I'm going to combine like terms. So 2e plus 3e, well, this is 5e plus 6 over e minus 3, e plus 3. If I could, I would check my numerator to see if I could multiply a number out of 5 and 6, but I can't. So I just leave that. And I don't know if you can hear that announcement. Okay, I'm just going to pause. Okay, let's look at the next example. So check your understanding, page 563, number 2a. So most likely this example will fit in the margin on this page, and then 2b you can do on the next page. Just warning you, the next one's a little bit long, so you'll have to write small. Or you might even want to do it opposite, so it's your choice. Okay, so what I want to do, my mission here, my my game plan is factor the denominators, find the non-permissible values, find the lowest common denominator, and then add and simplify. So first thing I'm going to do is factor my denominators. So x squared minus 49, and again, this is that a squared minus b squared thing, becomes x plus 7, x minus 7. And then x squared plus 14x plus 49 becomes 5 plus x, x. So two numbers that multiply to be 49. Those same two numbers add to be 14. So I'm going to pause for a sec, see if you can figure that out. So I'm hoping that was long enough. Your numbers are 7 and 7, so 7 goes in each bracket there. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to rewrite my rational expression with the new denominators. Well, they're not new, they're just factored. Okay, so x plus 7 really means x plus 7 squared. I'm going to be a little bit mathy here and do that. If you super hate it, you can just change it to x plus 7, x plus 7. Okay, so our lowest common denominator is all of our factors and then the smallest power of each factor. So I have x plus 7. I have x minus 7 from my first fraction here. And then I have 3, or it's not 3, what am I talking? Then I have x plus 7 squared. So what that means is I have x plus 7 in both terms there. But the x plus 7 squared is the biggest power. So my lowest common denominator needs to be x plus 7 squared, x minus 7. So now that I've done that, I'm going to do the next piece here. So I have the lowest common denominator is x plus 7 squared, x minus 7. So with my first rational expression, what do I need to multiply this thing by to get that? Well, I have x plus 7, but I don't have a second x plus 7. I only have one x plus 7. So what we're going to do is we need to multiply the top by x plus 7. And then for my next term, I need to know what do I need to multiply x plus 7 squared by to get this? Our answer would be x minus 7. So I had the 3. I'm going to multiply it by x minus 7. And that arrow should go away. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to simplify my numerator. So I'm going to multiply things out. That times that, that times that. So I get 7x plus 49 plus 3x minus 28 all over x plus 7 squared, x minus 7. Okay, so 7x can be combined with plus 3x to give us 10x. And then 49 minus 28 is positive 21. There we go. Over x plus 7 squared, x minus 7. So if I could, I would try to factor something out of the 10 and the 21, but I can't. So this would be our answer. Did we find the non-permissible values? Oh, so we didn't. So totally, I'm going to do this at the end. My non-permissible values. Basically, I can just get those from my lowest common denominator, and I'm going to do those in green. So I know x plus 7 can't be 0, and x minus 7 can't be 0. So this means x can't be negative 7, and then x can't be 7. Whew, I hope that didn't scare you. That just means I have to stop the video or it will stop recording. Okay, so I will see you in the next example.